Hello there guys, my name is Jacob and welcome back to another Space Engineers Spotlight, where today I'm going to be showing off the GER vehicle collection by Delta-07. Now, hopefully what you just saw from his ships has intrigued you enough to stay for this part of the video, but basically I'm just going to go through and look at 3 of the crafts in this world, because this world really does show what you can do in almost vanilla, because it's not quite vanilla because it has the letters mod in. But either way, let's get into it, I think, because I really want to play around with some of these ships and show you how they work. So, we do have this this ship which looks like Ray's Landspeeder from Star Wars The Force Awakens, it's very reminiscent. I'm guessing that's what it's meant to be. But yeah, we're not going to actually fly this just because I don't think it's worth flying. It's just, you know, small standard ship, has no specialties. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to check out is this lovely looking moving ship, which is basically a forklift, and this is designed to just shift these pallets of just cargo around this field and maybe onto lorries. So what we've got to do is we jump inside, and now it's already turned on because I've had a bit of a play. And yeah, so what we have is we have controls for the fork, which we have 7, which brings up the fork, and then we have 8, which tilts it. So we can keep the cargo safe in transit with the tilt. So if you just bring both of those back down again, and we will be able to try and hook this ship by just pulling up on it and sliding the forks on like so. And what we're going to actually have to do is probably rev a little bit to try and get this on. Okay, let's go 7 to bring up the forks. Hopefully not cause any problems. Oh. And then if we go 8 to tilt it, that should hopefully fall onto our thing. There we go. And then if we hit number 4, we should lock it down. So we now have this in our possession, and we can then move it around and do all that good stuff. And yeah, I think we'll actually do that as well. Let's do it. Screw it. Let's go. We want to go P to take a handbrake off, and we want to just move it somewhere else. So let's pop it over here, shall we? Next to the Landspeeder. And if we just put our brakes on, put our handbrake on. I think we're a little bit close, but screw it. Let's just bring all this down. And there we go. So what you have to do now is you have to just detach your landing gear by hitting 4. That releases it. If you then were to hit P and back up, you can then reset your forks and just crack on. Now, I think the only thing with this setup is, you know, just grabbing the stuff is quite janky, but then again, that's just driving a forklift in general. But either way, it's a really, really cool ship, and I love the look of these crafts. They're all like really, you know, standard looking, if that makes sense. They're standard but to a theme, and it's just very, very nicely done. And I could actually see somebody using a ship like this in just the general survival world, moving around crates, and, you know, maybe having hydrogen versions like this one over here, hydrogen tanks, and being able to move around their hydrogen to different areas of their base. So that's a really, really cool ship. We're going to move over to one of the just general wheeled vehicles. We'll move to an air vehicle and then maybe look at the missile loading ship over there, or maybe even the missile launching ship, because that looks really fun. So this is just a hydrogen version of the ship, so we can basically move around a lot of hydrogen all at once, and there are a lot of tanks on there, so you can move around a lot. We then have just a general seated version for personnel to move around in, and then what's this one? We have just a cargo one as well. So the one thing I do like about these ships is how I don't know, just how industrial they are. They're just, you know, to one colour like a JCB is, and, you know, just looking really, really nice against everything else. So what we'll do is actually test out one of these ships and see how easy they are to drive, because some of these ships can be a bit lumberous, but I'm guessing this is just standard. Turn it on, turn your handbrake off, and forwards and backwards. There we go. So yes, this is just a standard. We have 2 axles at the front that steer, and then we have the 2 at the back that remain as they are, and that just enables us to have a really quite good turning circle, to be honest. It's not going to be the best, obviously, because it is a large ship of sorts, but yeah, it's actually, it works quite well. I like these kind of crafts. I like land vehicles that work and don't have any sort of jitteriness about them, so that's really good. So we'll turn that off and jump out, And then I think we'll look at this one over here, which is just a fighter craft hover sort of thing. It does have a seat in, which I'm guessing you could, yeah, I'm thinking you put gunners in there and stuff, or just general personnel that you're wishing to drop off. I like the overall designs of these ships. They look really, really cool. They've just got, you know, these really angled surfaces. They've got the correct venting for the atmospheric thrusters, and it just looks like it would work, and guarantee it will work. So yeah, it's just really nice. It's got all this real nice detailing on. Let's see how this thing actually hovers and flies, because that is the main thing we want to see, isn't it? So it's just like just a general ship, really. I mean, we got some guns on the side. We've got our atmospheric thrusters, which we can just hit 9 to turn them off and drop if we wanted to. But yeah, it's really nice. I actually think I had some thruster overload then when I'm going in certain directions. Yeah, so there is a slight thruster overload which causes drift like that, which is just when going down and up, or down and up and down and up, when going like 2 directions at once, basically. Yes, that one is a good ship. Again, it overloads, but either way, I mean, if you just added a few more power modules on, even if you just added another, like, I don't know, if you just added another generator onto these, it'd probably suffice for that extra bit of power you're going to need. And then I think, just because we will give this a go. Now, this is a land-to-air missile called the Beast. My god, this is ridiculous. And we also have a loading craft here, so we do have these ships here, well, these rockets here, which I'm guessing, yeah, so we can actually launch these if we wanted to, or if we needed to, at something, and we can move them around, move them onto the takeoff pads. That's really, really nice. I like this craft. I'm guessing it's got some jaws. Yep, so we got working jaws on this as well that would open up, and that's really nice. I like these ships. They look deadly as hell. So let's get in this one and see what we can do. So if we turn it on, there we go, and then we want to move forwards, and this has got a better turning circle than some of the other ships, having the 2 axles going the one way and the other axle going the other way. We hit P to slow us down. We have the warheads, the rocket on and off, the advanced rotor. Okay, so we have the piston launch pad, rocket mounting. Okay, right. So we can tilt this. Oh, that is sick. And then we could possibly do this. Okay, and then we could, is this for firing? Yeah, to control the rocket. We have 6 to turn it on and set it off, 8, and then all we've got to do from here on out is go 1 and 2, and then this should actually start taking off, I hope, he says. It doesn't appear to want to take off. What if I were to move away from it? It kind of just hovering. What if I were to bump into it? Will it actually go forwards? The forward thrust is on, but it doesn't seem to be firing. So I'm sure I did that the right way. Okay, so let's just keep going. Let's just keep going and see what happens. Because I want this thing to blow up, even if it doesn't go. Oh, Jesus. Okay. But yeah, that has been this ship showcase spotlight. Hopefully you guys will go and check this out and check out the description for the link. And hopefully you guys will have a go with the miner, which looks really intriguing too. I actually thought it was on a conveyor belt at first, but it's not. It's just the way he's actually done the all the piping. But yeah, go and check it out, guys. It's a really, really awesome world to load up. It's not too taxing on the old, PC. So go and check it out. And if you guys have enjoyed the video, please like, favorite, and of course subscribe for more. And I will see you guys Friday. Peace.